Good day. My name is Rita Fenton. I'm from the Department of Viticulture and Oenology from Stellenbosch University. Welcome to our introductory presentation to our department. The department was founded in 1918 by Professor Abraham Isaac Perrault, and we are also the only university in South Africa which offers a BSc Agri degree in Viticulture and Oenology, making us unique to our country. Another proud achievement of our department is the successful breeding of the well-known, proudly South African cultivar Pinotage, which I'm sure many of you have already heard of. So this makes us truly unique in South Africa and one of a kind. We have a large group of academics and researchers which are involved in both undergraduate and postgraduate teaching. We are headed by Professor Marita Toy, who's currently our departmental head, and we all focus either in the field of viticulture or the field of oenology, and then specifically within certain facets of each of those study fields. We offer a 4-year BSc Agri degree in Viticulture and Oenology, and that means that if you pursue postgraduate studies, you can then go directly into MSc Agri and then further onto a PhD. We also provide a postgraduate or nagraadse studie for wine biotechnology, and this is open to other BSc students who have either completed a 4-year BSc or a 3-year BSc in a different field. If you have, however, conducted a BSc 3 years, then you have to first enroll for honours BSc, after which you can then progress to an MSc in wine biotechnology. But for this presentation, we'll be focusing mostly on the 4-year BSc Agri degree in viticulture and oenology. There's a wide range of subjects which you will be exposed to and learning more about during the 4 years of your study at our department. And the main subjects would be grapevine sciences and wine sciences, or viticulture and oenology. So within these subjects, you also get exposure to various different facets of those two fields, so including international wine, wine aroma and phenolics, wine microbiology, and just to name a few. If you're looking at this, you can see that it's not just about farming, it's actually mostly about science. It's a very technical and science-driven degree, and the key in success is to take that science and that knowledge and then put it into practice once you embark on your career. This slide is an overview of the subjects specifically for each year. This is in English only, but there will be an Afrikaans slide which is shown just after this. So in the first year, it's a very straightforward BSc with biology, chemistry, physics, crop production, computer literacy, and mathematics. And then in the second semester of your first year, you will be introduced to grapevine and wine sciences, where you will get to meet some of our colleagues. From the second year on, you start specializing a bit more with Grapevine and Wine Science Project 1, which is a very practical-based year module, and then various modules in wine sciences and grapevine sciences, including information about the wine industry, the wine styles and sensory evaluation of wines, grapevine plant materials, resource allocation and grapevine physiology, grapevine and wine microbiology. Furthermore, you will also have biochemistry, chemistry, and soil science, which fall outside of the department, but form part of this degree. So those are all compulsory subjects. In the third year, you will have compulsory subjects in field of grapevine and wine sciences, project 2, and then once again, grapevine sciences and wine sciences modules, focusing this time on wine production, wine stabilization, bottling and faults, grapevine propagation and cultivation, and then also trellising and canopy management. Furthermore, you can select certain subjects called electives. So you choose what you are interested in and would like to add to the 60 credits to complete the third year academic consortium. So you can pick from soil science, chemistry, plant pathology, entomology, or nematology. Also in the third year, you will be conducting a compulsory short course in wine marketing, which is very important, and that is hence why we have included it. In the fourth year is when it starts getting really fun and interesting. So you start off your fourth year with the industry internship for the first 6 months. That means the whole first semester you will be working on a wine farm in industry, gaining valuable knowledge and skills and applying what you've learned in the first 3 years. So you will return to campus for the second semester of your fourth year to then conclude your academic year with only grapevine sciences and wine sciences modules, focusing specifically on advanced viticulture, wine aroma, also international wines and terroir, the future of wine, which is a very interesting topic at the moment, grapevine farming systems and business models. Just going to give a few seconds for the Afrikaans audience to just take in the slide. So moving on to the entry requirements. So we require of you to have a national senior certificate or international independent examination board school leaving certificate with university exemption. And then furthermore, Afrikaans or English as a home language or first additional language at a level 4, mathematics at a level 5. And this is not mathematical literacy. We only accept students with mathematics. And then physical sciences at level 4. A very important note is our careers and opportunities that await you once you have completed your degree with us. So trust me, there are lots of exciting options available to you once you graduate from our department. And obviously, the two obvious ones that come to mind is to be a winemaker or a viticulturist, or otherwise known as a grape grower or grape farmer. But it's definitely not limited only to these two careers. You can go into research, you can become a biotechnologist, you can also return to university and become a lecturer like myself, and also you can go and become a consultant, working for various producers and sharing your knowledge with many people. So it's really quite a vast opportunities field of study that you can then go into in the end. We also have a lot of established networks, not only in South Africa, but also abroad. From our teaching staff, many of them are from overseas, and they've obviously brought their own networks through collaboration and previous employment at other universities right across the globe to Stellenbosch University. And also, since we are very closely related to the South African wine industry, we've got a very good relationship with many producers. We'd like to be able to put those networks forward for our students to actively benefit from in either getting future research opportunities or even employment wherever the path may lead. There's also obviously some opportunity for travel, seeing that grapes and wine is produced in many parts of the world. Anywhere that is done means that you could possibly get employment there. We often see that when our students first graduate from the degree, they embark on a couple of overseas harvests in their first year straight from university to gain some more valuable knowledge and experience and also build up some more networks of their own. So who knows where the path may lead? The only person who can decide that is you, the student. And also, it's not to say that the career that you choose straight out of university ends up being the career you follow for the rest of your life. Don't know what happens, you don't know where you end up, but when there's an opportunity that arises, grab it with both hands and you will definitely make a success of whatever you choose to do in your career. Our students are of utmost importance to us and also for the future of our industry, since the bright young minds of today will be the winemakers and viticulturists and all those other careers I mentioned of tomorrow. So that is why it's really important for us to have our connection with the industry in order to produce students with the necessary skill sets and knowledge, which will enable the industry to progress forward successfully. We also encourage our students to take ownership of their own learning, because we can provide the skills development and the theoretical knowledge, but what each student does with that information in the end determines their success at the degree or also their career. So we like to see our training of our students as a partnership between ourselves and the students. We also focus on personal development, giving short courses in public speaking, also conflict resolution, and teaching our students about various other interpersonal skills. We know that the workplace is not always an easy place, and often you get into uncomfortable situations where you need to have conflict resolution skills. And also we want to develop students who are well-rounded individuals, who are confident, successful individuals, and who can also make a difference in both their workplace, but also in their community. If we look at the number of registered undergraduate students, you will see that it's quite, it's not a very high number, with peaking in 2018 with a total across the 4 years of just over 200 students. So often we find that our year groups are not more than 50 students. Sometimes it does happen, but it's not very often. And that also means that each year group is quite a close-knitted, well-bonded group of students who in the end almost become like a family. So it's quite nice to see that playing out in the classroom, and it also makes it a different, a relationship between lecturers and students. We'll also see that it's much easier for students to get a little bit more personal attention in smaller group setup, and it also gives the lecturers the opportunity to get to know the students better. So all in all, it's a very positive thing, and we do try to make each year of intake students more and enticing students to come and join our department. So that's what this presentation is all about. So yes, let's see if we can break the record and have a record intake of students in 2021. In the 4th year, our students get an opportunity to let their hair down and also to just celebrate as a group together their success at completing their 4 years of studies, and that is with the final year ball, call it, at the end of the year. This was our group from 2020. So watch that space. Your face could be there in the group of 2024. We've got various world-class facilities, and we've just newly refurbished our lecture rooms with updated technology. We've got various laboratories at our disposal. Very interesting and very nice to have is our experimental cellar, in which you will make your own wine for the first time in your 3rd year already, when you learn about the processes of winemaking. We've got various analytical facilities and also a world-class sensory facility for sensory evaluation of wines. We've also just newly established our vineyards and have included many model vineyards in which we try to showcase various different grapevine cultivation practices. So it's a really exciting project that has just started. We've got the experimental cellar, as I've mentioned, and also interestingly, the greenhouse, which is in our building, in which we can conduct grapevine-related research projects under certain controlled. The Welgevallen Commercial Cellar is also a very important entity at Stellenbosch University, making us the only new university in South Africa with its own wine label, Dilon. And yes, it's a flagship for our university. Our pictures, you can see that the vines are still very small, having only been planted in 22. So watch this space for our newly established state-of-the-art. For us, it's very important, as I've mentioned before, to bridge the gap between the theoretical knowledge, which there's plenty of in the 4 years you study, and then getting that into practice and getting you to apply that knowledge in the workplace. So we focus a lot on practical skills and also critical thinking skills, evaluation skills, anything that will equip our students in order to take that book knowledge and turn it into It's also very diverse and fun in what we do. So we've got wine blending challenges, industry visits where our students can also make their own networks with producers, the annual Falco pruning competition, which is a lot of fun. And also lots of aroma training, which has been focused on a lot in the grapevine and wine sciences modules. We also have a very strong link to industry through the Wine Industry Strategic Exercise. You can get more information on that website. And we specifically involved in the human resources development and training, technology innovation and transfer, and the knowledge and information development. So anything related to technology and training. I hope that I've managed to answer most of your questions. So thank you for your time, and we hope to see you as a first year student in our department.